y'all, APG Jamie here, and today we're going to do some napkin collage play, hashtag play. I'm sure there's lots of stuff listed under that hashtag of play, but so be it. So anyway, I do have missing footage. I'm just going to be straight up clear with y'all from the get-go, and I'm just going to get right into the collaging. And I forgot to take the layers off the first napkin, and I'm like, well, I don't want to just put that whole napkin down, so now I'm going to rip it instead of doing my favorite thing, water cutting. So there we go. Tearing has its purposes. In the meanwhile, matte medium is laying over there on that piece of white cardstock. And I have a couple pieces of deli paper. The one that has the printing on it came that way, and it it's fairly well waxed, y'all. Much more waxed than I would prefer, but you know, when you already bought it, before you touch it, that's just how it goes, right? Right. Now, this is a longer-ish video. I couldn't tell you how longer-ish it is, but it's longer. Even with missing footage and sped up portions, probably most of it's probably mostly sped up. So I'm going to be collaging napkins using matte medium. Obviously, sort of, you know. You put down your wet stuff and then you lay your napkin on top and you brush over it. But I'm also going to be using some book pages. Now on these, I just decided to stick the book pages straight down on cardstock. Yes, you don't have to put your book pages on cardstock. I chose to because I have a plan. Bless my heart, y'all. I have a plan. Had a plan. Yeah. Planned, if you can call it that. Anyways, so we do this, and then I put down some more book pages, and I tear that one up and collage that the next one all bits and pieces, which you'll see. What you won't see is me collaging napkin, because apparently I didn't even show y'all any of that. Oh my gosh. Oh, I've had issues with pushing record on the camera and it not recording, or I think I'm pushing stop and it's not stopping, and so on and so forth. And you would think I was not a professional. Hear that train whistle blowing? Anywho, it's got the windows open. It's a lovely day. It happens every now and again out here. So there's the book pages all teared up, and like I said, I obviously didn't show you any napkin collaging at all. Oh my gosh. Maybe I should change the title. Not really, not going to do it, because it's written in stone. I carved it into stone. No, I didn't either. So anyway, I like the torn book pages all glued down, and this is I think some is English, some is in a language I don't know what language it's in. It's yeah, kind of, yeah, I don't know, and it's different colored papers, as you can see. So collaging that down with the matte medium as well. Oh, there's a list of ingredients in the description box below the video. Click on the phrase "see" or "show more" to see more information. Higgins, y'all. So here we are. We're going to collage some napkin on now, because we wanted that to get pretty good and dry. I think I even showed y'all this part. Whatever. I don't know. Editing is such joy. So we're collaging it down. We got it the matte medium on there, and then we laid our torn piece of napkin on there. And this is two different napkins I'm using here. I was very happy with how they looked together. Poppies, and then that group of, I don't know, mixed flowers, roses or something. And yeah, I know. Smooshing it around on there. Now, I have found that when collaging with napkins, if you keep your brush going in the one direction and don't brush back and forth over it, it's less likely to tear. Less likely. Okay, not for sure won't. So we're going to put down this one, and this is, I don't know what napkin it is, y'all. It's just flower napkins. I just picked out flowers. Just got some flower napkins. So, and we will save some of this. Is going to have some leftovers, and I will use them eventually at some point in time, somewhere or another. And you do want to adhere napkins down over a light colored background. Otherwise, a colored, strong colored background, your napkin images just kind of get lost in it. Just saying. Doesn't necessarily have to be white, but a light colored background. And in this case, with the book paper, the print shows through. Can you read it? I don't know. I didn't really try to read it, but I reckon you probably could if you wanted to. I didn't want to. So I decided that we're going to do this, and then that's dry. And then I cut them down into squares to fit into these embossing folders, which are listed in the description box below. Now, I like to spritz the back of my cardstock because I do prefer to emboss with a cardstock base anyway, with water that has a couple of drops of, let me get the bottle, I always forget the name, glycerin in it, y'all. It has a couple drops of glycerin. The embossing feature is deeper, and it doesn't, or less inclined, way less inclined to tear or split the paper kind of thing. You know how that happens sometimes when you do the embossing folders? Well, I'm going to come in for a close-up. See, you can kind of see it. Going to do some more, but I think I'm going to hurry up and do these. I have found it doesn't make much of a difference whether you spritz it, and that is just a very light spritz, y'all. It's not like soaking wet, okay? And you do need to let the matte medium dry really well, otherwise it will actually stick to your embossing folder, and you don't want that to happen, okay? So let the Collage Podge, matte medium, Mod Podge, whatever glue stuff you use for your napkins, let that dry before you spritz it and emboss it with the embossing folders. Now, as you can see, some of it, done one backwards, but yeah, whatever. Nobody's looking, right? Some of them have the napkin already on there, and some we will collage the napkin onto in just a little bit. Because I wanted to see how it worked both ways. Okay. And I'm pretty happy. I think it works well either way. Like I said, well, maybe I didn't said. Maybe I mean to say, fixing to. The book pages are onto cardstock, which is just your average everyday cardstock, y'all. And with the book page makes it a little heavier, and then you throw the thin napkin on there, it's just a little bit heavier too, which is why it holds the embossing so well. Now, I was trying to bring the embossing out, so I got my coffee colored flavored, it's not flavored, archival ink, and smeared it on there so that maybe we could see the embossing a little bit better, and you really can't. In this case, it's mostly just going to be a touchy-feely sort of thing, y'all. Okay, so proceeding on, matte medium. We're going to collage straight up on this here embossed paper. Now, because it's embossed, it's not smooth and flat anymore, so I'm taking my brush up and down and kind of working the damp, now wet with matte medium napkin into all the crevices, and nooks and crannies and all that good stuff. And I might show you closer, and I might not. I don't know. I don't remember. It's been 100 days since I don't know. Last year even. No, it wasn't last year. Could have been, but it wasn't. So we're going to speed up, and we're just going to keep going because that's the way I roll. And I don't know. I guess I could have cut out more. I don't know. Y'all know how I say that, but yet I still just keep showing you. We are going to be, as you saw from the thumbnail, we're going to be taking these Napkin Collage embossed things and making tags and stuff from them. So the ones that were already collaged, I am going over again with the coffee colored ink to bring out some of that embossing, and it makes it a little bit on the grungy side. This is the one I embossed upside down, but it really doesn't matter because there's kind of no right or wrong, and I realized my paper collage was on the back, so I'm like, well, okay, well, we already got the matte medium over here, so I will just proceed on. Which is what I did. So one of them's got collage paper on the back somewhere or another. I'm looking at them. They's right her. I don't know. So anyways, and we just keep showing you and more matte medium. This and matte medium to me, when I say matte medium, I mean fluid matte medium. Otherwise, it's a gel. Okay, and you can get gels in various glossiness. It's gloss, and there is a matte gel as well. But I prefer the fluid medium for collaging. Works really good for everything except cardstock weight or heavier stuff. For that, you kind of really need glue, typically more. Yeah, glue. See how pretty that is with the poppies and that other napkin in the background? It's just so sweet, y'all. Purty. It's purty even. So, yeah. Musical, musical, musical interlude. It's just a musical interlude for you. For me, for we, musical interlude. Seemed like a good time. So we're going to stamp out this bird, and we're going to layer it up double cardstock thick. And I have a die cut that matches this stamp. Y'all, I hope I got this listed in the ingredients right. It's there or not. If not, and you just have questions, just send me an email, pop a message, leave a comment, thumbs up, share, all that good stuff. So I'm using the Xron, and I've put my stamped birds in there, and we're going to layer it up on the same color cardstock, and we're just going to layer these up. Layer them up, and smoosh them good and together so that they're happily married forever. And I'll show you all of them. Oh no, we cut out. Now smooshing it down, burnishing it down, and we're going to get some. I think it's a Stardust pen, y'all. It's like a shimmery. Oh, we're getting gold. We'll use Stardust pen again somewhere sooner or later. So I'm checking out the different golds on the back of the red. Which one do I like better? None of them really look gold. But there we have it. So I'm like, I just want the beak just to be a little yellow looking, but it didn't really happen that way. Did it? Nope. Really can't even tell. Even as I look at it in the light and bring it up real close to my face. Nope. So I wouldn't worry about trying to make the beak yellow or gold or orange, whatever. And that's a paint pen. Oh, I like that pen, y'all. What's the name of that? It's right here. That is a Higgins Black Magic. And it's nice. It's paint pen. And it's permanent. And it's nice. Just let me say that. And I just realized I forgot to put that in the ingredients. But anyway. So added just a little bit of that little white light, you know, the spark of life in the eye that you can see. And now we're going to layer it up and make these into like little clusters, okay? And I had just gathered some stuff, and I thought, yeah, let's just layer this junk together. And that's just a little piece of leftover of the Napkin Collage thingy, y'all. And we're putting it on that weird looking ribbon stuff that I'd almost think came from a Dollar Tree probably, or a store like that, okay? And I like it. It's kind of cool. It's different. Then I have that leafy vine ribbon stuff, and just layering it up. And someone sent me those beautiful lacy flowers, y'all, in Happy Meal. Just beautiful. I've been hoarding them for a while, and I thought now's the time. How cute that is. I did not put any words on the little clusters because I think whatever words or phrases, if any, would depend on where they get stuck. So I just kind of, you know, left that open for whatever. And the backs of them, someone could probably add a paper clip to if they didn't, or, you know, if they wanted to. They could be turned into paper clips real easy, I'm sure. Pretty sure. If they got glued down just right on a journal page, they could be used for little tuck spots too. I mean, there's options, y'all. Options. Happy. Now, once because I will go to put just a white back. I just chose the plain white cardstock. I thought looked good. And when I add that on right here, when I add that on, I will press these or layer them under 2 pieces of baking parchment paper and smash them down in a book over weekend because I do that over weekend. Pretty sure it was over weekend. And do that to all of them. They just made me so happy, y'all. And here we go. I have these die cuts, and then we're going to turn some into tags. So we're rounding the bottoms and squaring off the top. And that is that unicorn die from Jane Davenport. Hopefully I got that listed in the ingredients. I don't know. Oh. Wouldn't fit through the Xron, so I had to smoosh glue on there. Now, I'm going to get a different color, and I'm going to fill in all those little crevices. Now, something else you could do, you could paint in the little crevices, or you could put like a glitter glue or something like that in there. So, see, there's more options for you. And like on the eyeball part, if you had a teeny tiny Google Eye, that would be kind of cute in there. Maybe I'll add that on. I don't know. So, anywho, filling in all those crevices with it's like a puzzle, y'all. And just gonna do that ad nauseum. Dream sequence. Finish it up. Missing pieces, had to go cut a little bit more just to get my little missing pieces. Oh, now somebody decided they're going to have to mow their yard. Now I'm coming back in with the black, or maybe that's an aeroplane. I think it's an aeroplane. I'm kind of close to the airport, y'all. Sorry about the background noises, lawnmowers and junk. That's Martha Stewart fringe scissors, and because I'm cutting a lightweight paper, it didn't cut all of them really well, so I came back with the handheld scissors for that. And I'm making grass, y'all. This is grass. Can you tell? But it's not even grass. It's supposed to look like wild grass, where the unicorns are running junk. So, and I think we use a Stardust pen on this one too. We're going to round that corner down there, both of them down there at the bottom. Okay. All right, I'm going to shape those up using a paintbrush barrel thing, whatever it's called. And I wasn't happy with how black my eye was. It just wasn't quite so much. So we punched a hole in it. Now we're going to add some Stardust, and you can't see it on the camera, and you cannot see it in the photo montage. I just couldn't quite. You could see it in real life, but I just couldn't quite get it to go. Wouldn't that be adorable in pink? Just the girl who just saw it did it in orange. Well, the orange looked pretty good with the napkin. Pink probably would have went well too. I don't know. It's cute. Makes me happy. It's in my hand right now. So I have this lacy ribbon trimmy stuff. It's kind of round and it's very slick and slickery, and it was kind of hard to tie, but man, it sure is fun looking. And that's the only color I have, and it's a pale orange, peach, pale color. And at some point I add sentiments. I don't know if I show y'all that part. I don't remember. Maybe we'll just wait and see. We'll be surprised together. Like, put the spark of life right there. Put it on there. Ta-da! See, you really can't see it either. So now we're moving on to a ballerina girl. Who's another die cut, y'all? I got die cuts, and I thought, well, let's just use them. Use them. We got some. They're paid for. Use them. She's pretty. Silhouette. And I layered her up as well. Her little arm was kind of hard to get off of there. And that is a permanent sticker stuff in my Xron. It's a little Xron. You know, it's pretty small, so you can really only do it with narrow things. I'm surprised at how much and how often I use the Xron. I'm not selling it. I'm not selling necessarily anything. But just saying. And we're going to use my favorite glue, because it's my favorite glue. And sometimes I use art glitter glue at these days, but you know, there we go. Because I'm putting her on that, you know, the embossed background. I want her to make sure she sticks. So there's that. Somebody's definitely mowing. Sorry, y'all. Life in the South. Somebody's always mowing. Now I'm going to ink around the edge on this one, and I'm going to use that rate style where I put the color on, and I'm bringing it in just a little bit deeper than you might would with black or a darker color. And I'm going to go over that with black, which is black archival on a piece of cut and dry foam. Thanks, Rach. Well, the foam's not from her, but you know, it's her. Okay. So I have found when you're using fluffy string that if you twist it together, it's easier to get through the hole, and sometimes it's easier to tie. And I piddle fart and piddle fart and piddle fart with this one until I finally get it did. Oh, this is like, oh, what a mess. And Rosemary Morris uses a crochet hook, and I have crochet hooks. I just need to go over there and dig it out and put it over here in my tool jar. Y'all know my can tool, my favorite thing on the lazy season. I don't know why I didn't think of that. Darn it all. Why couldn't I think of good stuff like that too? Anywho, off screen. I got it fixed mostly. Something on there scratching it off, and I hope my voiceover doesn't get out of sync, because that is just so annoyingly kind of funny, but so unprofessional, y'all. And that's just a General's charcoal pencil in black, because I was adding like a shadow underneath my little ballet dancer, because, you know, needs a shadow. She don't just need to be standing there floating in midair and junk. Now this is going to be a double tag. I think I only show you the one, but I had two tags that were essentially the exact, not really exact, but you know, essentially the same. And I thought, well, we'll just do them the same. And I'm using that cute, y'all, cute umbrella girl. Totes adorbs. So that's what we're using. We're smashing her all down on there, and she definitely wouldn't fit through my little Xron thing. So, we're going to shadow underneath her too, so she don't be floating in the air. Pretty happy. Makes me happy. And we're going to ink around her using, I don't know, the lid that's on there is not the right lid for that ink, because I got to thinking about it and I thought, well, that doesn't match that color. Oh, I got these little teeny tiny little metal things. I don't know where I got them, y'all. One of them it came in, I don't know, a little loose bag or something, and I don't have that anymore. And the other one's sitting right here. Let's see, what's it say? Bead landing. So this probably came from wherever you get bead landing junk from. And they're called embellishments, and they're little teeny tiny metal bits, or aluminum, probably aluminum. And so I used them on the Umbrella Girl. Okay, and I put some on the unicorn. Okay, here I am gluing them on. I like to put my original tacky glue right there on my hand, so when I'm using these flat back gems, I can just put a little dot, however much I think I need, with my pokey tool right there, which I use a lot. So, as you can see, as you know, if you know me at all, and if you don't, why don't you? Subscribe to me, why don't you? Click the bell if you want notifications of new videos and live shows that I do on the third Thursdays of the month, internet willing. And I know I haven't said it yet, but I appreciate each and every one of you. Kind comments, your likes, your subscriptions, your shares. Share my videos. Ta-da! Photo montage. And there's a postcard in the bunch, but I didn't show that. Evidently, I didn't get record pushed, but it's essentially the same thing with that layered up die cut and fancy pearls and all that. There's our unicorn, and it says, a day without sunshine is like, night. And the Umbrella Girl says under the heavens, and then the ballerina says release the bullshit tacky. Adult channel, y'all. And the postcard says make a splash, release the bull shiitake mushrooms. Oh, that was funny. Thanks for watching, and happy arting, y'all.